most of the telltale signs that when clients come to us and say that they're looking for labor savings right away, and that's a clear sign that they don't fully understand the adoption curve and how long it takes. And the motivation, while is inspirational, it's an aspiration, but it's going to take some time, and we can often tell that they're really not ready for it. Another telltale sign is they want to launch AI to their entire company right away. All employees should be using it, and through our practice, we've recognized and realized that there is a process to doing it, and it just takes time. And when you launch AI to the entire company, it invariably fails because you haven't done some of the other parts that got to build the culture right, and got to make sure you lay out the narrative to the company. And if you think about it, AI has a lot of benefit asymmetry between the employee and the corporation. So the whole idea is, well, you're going to automate everything and people are going to lose jobs, but that's not the case. So until you work on those things, those are telltale signs that yes, you're aspirationally ready, but you're not culturally ready to make it happen. Another telltale sign I hear a lot is they just say, can we not just hire a trainer that can train us on AI? And it's like, no, there's an adoption curve. It just have to spend the time and take the time, and no trainer can actually do that. We've become very disciplined with our 5C approach. It seems to be sort of the framework that's working. You really start with culture. So we lay out a whole workbook for the CEO to set the culture, set the narrative right, and how to present AI to the company. You have to start with culture. If you can't build a culture, AI-based culture, everything else kind of fails. The second C is the champion, finding the right champion. Sometimes it's the CEO. Most often we recommend it's not the CEO. It's someone from the employee base who is excited and who knows a little bit about AI. Usually the right thing to do is to pick someone like that as a champion. The third C is compliance. All of this kind of falls apart if we don't think of compliance and the guardrails and the cybersecurity that has to be a part of this, the acceptable use policy of what is okay to ask AI and what is not, and what information is okay to share with AI and what's not. So having those guardrails is really the third C. Fourth C is crowdsourcing ideas. Most of the ideas that come from the C level actually are not very well actionable. Very few are. The best use cases come from the people that are at the end user level, that are actually day to day in the front lines. So having a framework of generating those ideas and incentivizing people to come up with the use cases and the ideas is so important to the adoption curve. And then finally, co-benefit, right? So the idea of there's a lot of benefit asymmetry, as I said, between the employer and the employee, and that needs to be flattened. So sharing the benefit of AI usage is definitely the right way to kind of, adopt it and make it company-wide. So that's the 90-day plan that we lay out for our clients to kind of approach AI and have true adoption. There are usually kind of three typical challenges we see. The first one we see is there are folks that are on two ends of the spectrum. One set of employees are fatigued, meaning, oh, I've used it, I'm just tired, I'm spending all day on AI and not really getting anything out of it. So typically that's one of the areas we attack, is kind of helping them explain that it's a gradual and long adoption curve, not to overdo it. It's not something that will come to you like on day one or on day two. It's just there's a natural curve to it, and you kind of have to follow the curve. Some people go up the curve a little faster, some a little slower, but for the most part, there is a curve. It takes about 6 to 9 months to actually see true value coming out of AI. And so that fatigue, we kind of set the tone from the very beginning. We have touch base calls and making sure that the employees don't, start to get fatigued. The other end of the spectrum is overwhelmed. It's too much. I don't know how to prompt. I don't know what to ask. Not everybody is good at prompt engineering right away. It's an acquired skill and you have to train for it. So we set out the boundaries and say, take baby steps. Very small report writer, conversational, doing research, helping you write emails. Those are very small baby steps that don't require a lot of skilled prompt engineering. And at the same time, you kind of start to use it. And then over time, you start to kind of run with it. Another area that we see a lot is distrust, is I just don't trust this AI output. And AI hallucinates, we all know that, but that doesn't mean it hallucinates all the time. So one thing that we've done as a team is, obviously we use the Hats.ai platform. We've partnered with them to launch our secure AI platform to our clients. And we've built a fact checker agent. And what this fact checker agent does is you provide the statement that you're not fully agreeable with, and it has two separate agents that use different different LLMs. One that is sort of, you could say, an attorney that argues in favor of the statement, and another attorney that argues against the statement. And then there's an adjudicator that, again, is a totally different LLM and brings that together and really provides you a probability of that being truthful. So that has been pretty useful to some of our clients that have this concept of distrust, and they can run it through it and get a probability, and then that over time that builds confidence. It's micro wins, right? Basic conversational aid. Can I write more succinct emails and more direct emails? Simple report writer. Can I take my financials and have it write me a report that's 80% there? Email writer, research on data, market intelligence. If I want to do quick market research about a particular area, sales team using it to really research on a particular client or a lead that they'd be talking to. So these small micro wins that make them a believer during the initial stages, those matter a lot. So it's less about saving time. It's more about becoming more efficient and more knowledgeable. So that starts to kind of build over time. So initially, everything else is noise. What really matters is you becoming more efficient, employee by employee, and getting better at their job.